What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 151. And we start today's episode off by seeing that Tansen has got a 5-day injury. He came off the bench in our last game against Roma and bruised his shoulder, so not a serious injury there for Tansen. He'll miss this game, but should be okay for the next one. As we head into the first game of today's episode away against Espanyol, this is going to be quite an interesting game because, of course, coming on the back of our thrilling 2-2 draw away at the Stadio Olimpico against Roma, what a game that was. Heading into this match, back to matters in La Liga, I decided to make a big decision, and that will start Lopez Huesca alongside Sergio Mia Martinez. DCJ, who of course we signed on transfer deadline day, conceded that penalty in the game against Roma in the early stage of the game. I thought I'd give Lopez Huesca a start. He might be lower rated, but has around the same potential with the exciting prospect tag, as he will partner Sergio Mia Martinez as our youthful back line will be tested once again. And of course Espanyol were the first team to beat us this season in La Liga at the Metropolitano. That was where we saw Laporte's weaknesses for the first time, and that was the first of a string of games where Laporte performed poorly, and we decided to cash in on and sell him. Well, all I'll say is this: I so badly wish I had Laporte right now. We're obviously Aya injured. He got the ACL in the last episode. We won't see him again this season, with DCJ not performing especially well on his European debut for us. And then in this game, right before the break, you might have noticed it, Sergio Mia Martinez goes down as well. Oh, I am regretting selling Aymeric Laporte right now. So we're still leading by a goal in this game heading into the break, and in the second half, 20 minutes after the restart, lovely build up here between João, Ivan and the man that would score the goal, Ezequiel Palacios, as we double our lead and make it 2-0. Mikel scored our opener in the first half, really good finish, and then Ezequiel, 66 minutes in, gets his 4th goal of the season. He's been a really solid player for us this year as we make it 2-0 and wrap up the 3 points. So final score, Espanyol 0, Atletico Madrid 2, but I was worried about the injuries, or injury I should say, of Sergio Mia Martinez, because he played the entire game. I was very solid alongside Lopez Huesca, who I must say was also very solid as well. He could have easily won man of the match, Lopez Huesca, but I gave it to Palacios. But how bad was the Mia Martinez injury? Thankfully, there was relief on my face. I must say it was like the longest load from the game statistics and man of the match screen to the results to the email inbox. It was the longest time it took to get there. It felt like, because I was waiting to find out how bad the injury is going to be for Mia Martinez. But thankfully, again, it's just a 5-day injury. He's bruised his elbow, and he'll be okay to play in our next game against Valencia. Because whilst he wasn't fully fit for the game, it wasn't going to be a serious injury, and he was going to be okay to start this one. So thank goodness for that. We just lost Emmanuel Aya to the ACL. We won't see the Italian beast for the rest of the season. Losing Sergio as well, that would mean our starting centre-back duo would be DCJ, who again I'm not utterly convinced by, and Lopez Huesca. Now there is absolutely no way we would win the treble with those two as our starting duo. Even Sergio Mia Martinez at 20 years old, well, he's actually 21 years old now, even at 21 years old, has really got to mature so quickly between now and the end of the season, with so many key games to come, including this one against Valencia. Right now in La Liga, they were neck and neck with us for a Champions League place. Since then, they've fallen off the pace a little bit as we're now into the top 3. But taking them on here at the Metropolitano, of course, in a reverse fixture at the Mestalla, we had the thrilling 2-2 draw where obviously Harry Kane scored an absolute thunderbolt from range. And heading into this match as well, we knew it was going to be tough, and Kane had a couple of early chances as well. 5 minutes in, golden opportunity there as he headed that corner over the bar after the first shot was well saved by Jan Oblak. So still 0-0, but a very fast start from Valencia, who are desperate right now to get themselves back into European contention. But from the goal kick, we broke. Jadon Sancho went down the right hand side, and what happened here? All I'll say is this was one heck of an embarrassing goal to score, and I didn't even want to celebrate with Mikel Oyarzabal. I didn't want to celebrate. That is probably the ugliest goal I've ever scored in FIFA. It's a failed cutback with Jadon Sancho, then it's a poor header behind Ivan Toney, then his shot deflects off a defender and drops straight to Oyarzabal at the far post when 3 Valencia players hit the floor. It's the worst FIFA goal I've ever scored. But you know what? On this patch, I'll take any goal and I don't mind how they get scored. So Atletico in front. And for Mikel Oyarzabal, 2 goals in 2 games. Mikel, take your bloody time, son. Honestly, he had such a poor season, but now he's starting to play quite well. So 1-0 to Atletico, and 1-0 would become 2-0 right before the breaks. We stormed down the right-hand side with Dominguez, the captain, playing it across, and João Felix is on hand to make it 2-0 and give us our second goal of the game with his 13th goal, I believe, in La Liga this season. So Atletico 2, Valencia 0, and we were playing some pretty good football in this game, believe it or not. I know the first goal was pretty shocking, but there was some nice football being played, and 9 minutes after the restart, still leading by 2. After we weathered Valencia's early storm, we looked in full control. As we went down the right-hand side, we played it into Dominguez, who at half-time I switched to play central midfield as he was looking very attacking and aggressive in this game, as I brought on our backup right back, and that was a great decision as well, because he stormed into the area for that goal there and scored it too, as the captain got an assist and a goal and a clean sheet. What a performance from the skipper in a 3-0 victory. So final score 3-0 as we try and pull away further from the Europa League positions, and that's what we need to do as well. Look, as Barcelona beat Real Sociedad 3-1 here, the fact of the matter is we're probably not going to win the title. You'll see the league table in just a moment's time as we're now into March. You can see our fixtures for the month of March. We've got Leganes in the Copa del Rey semi-final second leg. That's coming in just a moment's time. Then Athletic Bilbao away. What a game that's going to be, with both sides having an outside shot at the title. Then the second leg against Roma, and then games against Getafe and Leganes in La Liga. Right now, 8 points behind, 13 games to go. Much worse goal difference record as well. You know, it's still possible. It's still possible. And as I said in the last episode, we're not going to give up just yet. That big win against Real Madrid psychologically was massive. But we still got some huge games to come, including our next league game, which will be at the start of next episode, away against Athletic Bilbao. They've also got an outside shot at the title as well. It is still possible, don't get me wrong. Teams have come back from larger deficits than that to win the title, but I don't know. Because the big teams rarely slip up in FIFA Career Mode this year, I think it's highly unlikely we'll be able to win the title this season. So that means if we are to have a not catastrophic La Liga season, we need to pull further and further away from those Europa League places and guarantee a top 4 finish. If not, win the title. After that win against Valencia, we now extend the gap to 9 points. So hopefully, touch wood, fingers crossed, we will at least be able to hold on to a top 4 place and guarantee Champions League football next season. But yeah, I don't think we'll be able to win the title this season. I think the gap is just too big. But still, for the third and final game of today's episode, it was time for the Copa del Rey semi-final second leg against Leganes. And of course, in the first leg, we were held to that goalless draw where we also saw the injury for Emmanuel Aya with the ACL. And heading into this game, we did decide to rest quite a lot of players for the game as well. Unsurprisingly so, with the big clash against Bilbao coming on the weekend. But I still felt very confident, even though we were held to a scoreless draw away against Leganes. I still felt here at home, here at the Metropolitano, in the second leg, we'll have what it takes to get through to the final, and I won't need to be sweating too much in order to get the desired result even. And in the first half, Tammy Abraham would give us the lead after João Felix played him through. He's been a great backup striker this season. Maybe he hasn't hit the heights of Pino Monti's level, like at Rome, but still been very solid indeed. And as we led by a goal to nil, we were looking the far superior side out there, and really should have been 2 or 3 goals up at this point. The goalkeeper made a couple of fantastic saves, including there on Yartanson, as we were still leading by just a 1 goal to nil. And with 5 minutes to go, and another nice build-up, Cameron Mesa rolls it into Yartanson. The Icelandic playmaker finds Carl Soler, who puts the ball into the back of the net, but sadly it's disallowed for offside as the celebrations are cut short. So we're still leading by just a goal to nil, and that means Leganes has still got a fantastic chance of shocking us, getting a goal and knocking us out. But you can see there the offside flag was correctly raised as 2 players were offside, and it was still 1-0 in the game. God knows how. The amount of chance we had were ridiculous, but in stoppage time, still leading by 1. Leganes didn't really threaten in the entire game, to be honest, and as Yartanson went down the right hand side, stepped inside with a Berber spin. I gotta be honest here, this was really annoying, because don't get me wrong, I really wanted a second goal, but not like this. Not like this. The referee gives a spot kick, sends off his man as well, but was this a penalty and a red card? Bollocks was it. It's a clean challenge, fair tackle, shouldn't have been a foul, most certainly shouldn't have been a red card, so I chip it down the middle and let the goalkeeper have it. So final score, Atletico Madrid 1, Leganes 0. That's how the game finishes. Doesn't matter either way, smacking in or not, doesn't matter either way, we were still going through to the final. But what I loved there, you might have just seen it, was the celebrations from the fans being cut short, because the penalty miss happened like a second before the referee blew for the full-time whistle. The animations couldn't change quickly enough from moments of despair, knowing we missed a penalty, to scenes of pure joy jubilation. I love that. The animation couldn't change quickly enough, so we just made it through to the cup final, and the fans were looking depressed. But anyway, 1 the final score. We're through to the Copa del Rey final. So buzzing with that. The board have asked us to win the domestic cup this season. We won back-to-back with Roma, and this season, in our debut year with Atletico Madrid, we'll be taking on Valencia in the Copa del Rey final after they shocked Barcelona, and in the second leg, won it by 2-0. So it's going to be Atletico Madrid versus Valencia in the Copa del Rey final. We'll be favourites for it, judging on league position and form between both sides this season. So pressure, pressure, pressure. If we're to save our season, picking up that domestic cup is going to be mandatory if we fail to win the title and the Champions League as well. But that will today's episode of Career Mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching if you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon, featuring the second leg against Roma in the Champions League.